Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to effectively sell your B2B services on LinkedIn. So guys, this is a really important video. And the reason why it's such an important video for me, at least, is because LinkedIn single-handedly helped me get my agency off the ground. Without LinkedIn, I would have really struggled. I really would have, because it was my prime source of leads. It was my prime source of contacting businesses, business owners. It was my prime source of starting relationships with business owners. And it was my prime source of getting my brand across. And there's a reason why LinkedIn's so good for that, especially when you're a beginner agency. I'm going to go into this video, but even then, LinkedIn, as my agency grew, when I transitioned from LinkedIn DMs to cold calling, LinkedIn was still a massively pivotal part in me becoming a successful cold caller because of the lead generation systems that we were using. So in this video, I want to talk a lot around LinkedIn. I want to talk about LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I want to talk about how we effectively use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, how we use LinkedIn search tools to get our agency off the ground and smash through the $10,000 a month mark. So the first thing about effectively trying to sell on LinkedIn is you've got to realize what LinkedIn is. LinkedIn is a business-to-business platform. It's a social media channel for business owners. It's not like Instagram, where some people are on there for business, for their personal brands. Some people are on there to look at, your brother or auntie's dog. Everyone on LinkedIn is there for business, whether that be for a selfish reason because you want clients, or whether you're on there to build a network for an unselfish reason. People are on there for business, which is why it has become, and why it is, such an important platform and kind of hub for business owners to network. However, what comes with that is it's almost comes like a feeding ground for everyone to try and sell their shit, which becomes a problem. And that's a really fast way for you to blend in with the crowd and not get anything out of LinkedIn, is if you're using the platform for really selfish reasons. And that goes across the board, from content, goes to lead generation, it goes to starting relationships, sending messages, trying to close meetings and trying to get meetings. And what I mean by that is, if you're going on to LinkedIn and all you're doing is posting feed posts saying, hi, I'm a digital marketing agency owner, this is how great I am, book a call with me, here's my link, and then sending messages to people saying, hi, dental practice owner, I saw you weren't running Facebook ads. We run Facebook ads for businesses. Do you want to call? Here's my link. Like, that's a really selfish way to go about the platform. And if you use that strategy on cold calls, if you use that strategy on Instagram DMs, you're going to get the same response. And the same response is ignored and not getting any meetings and not getting any business. To flip that on its head, what you need to do is utilize all the strategies and all the different things we're going to talk about in this video, but you need to do it for very unselfish reasons. All the content that you're posting needs to be really unselfish. Don't have loads of call to actions on there. Just educate your audience and make it niche specific. So when we're going to go on to say use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is the paid LinkedIn tool, it's like $79 a month, I think it is. When you're using that, you want to only be connecting with people in your industry. And if you're not using LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you're just connecting with people from, I don't know, dental practice pages, or you're searching for dental practice in London on the search bar for whatever industry you're in, make sure that you're building your following and you're building your connections of only people in your industry. That way, when you're posting a feed post or an article about how important retargeting is, you can make that article niche specific. So you can mention the dental phrases in there. You can talk about retargeting specifically for Invisalign patients or specifically for teeth whitening patients. Like, it's important that you're customizing your content, talking directly to the people that you're talking to. And the only way you can do that is if you build your audience around a specific industry, because you're not going to be able to talk about retargeting for Invisalign patients when you've got 60% of your following being online coaches or chiropractors. It just doesn't make any sense. So my biggest rule, guys, for LinkedIn and most outreach is just don't be super selfish. Don't be using these platforms and coming across as really take. Be give. Post articles, post feed posts. Use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to grow your audience of niche specific businesses, and then nurture them over time using your content, so that when you send them a message, so that when you reply to a post or a comment that they've done on a recent article on your feed, they're going to be like, shit, I know Harry. He posts about Invisalign retargeting. He talks about client retention and all this stuff. So I'm going to be more inclined to start a conversation with him and therefore get a meeting. So you've got to be really give, not take. And also you utilize Sales Navigator. The third one is research the person and the business before reaching out to them. Super key. So there's no point you blast messaging every single person on LinkedIn that comes up as a dental practice because you might want to reach out to them, or a chiropractor or an online coach. Research the business. Research what their programs look like if they're an online coach. Research what their pricing packages are if they're a chiropractor. Research, the awards that dental practices just won, and use that information in your message. And don't send a massive paragraph message on LinkedIn. Start small, start a conversation, reply to a post. You don't just go in and the first message you send to them include a link to book a call, or your Calendly link, or to your website. It's like, no one wants that. You've not even developed a conversation yet. So start a conversation about something genuine and use the research of the business. So take 5 minutes to look at the website, take 5 minutes to look at their social pages, take 5 minutes to just do some research into them, so that when you're talking to them, you can introduce stuff to show that you've done the research, so it doesn't seem like they're just talking to a robot. The next one, guys, is to do with Sales Navigator. Again, I'm going to just take this a bit further, is make sure you're using LinkedIn Sales Navigator to the best of its ability. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is an incredible tool. You can build really nice lead lists of the exact businesses that you want to reach out to, in industry, in location, in number of employees, in degrees. So how many degrees away in connections is the business owner to you? There's loads of different things you can do, as well as only building lead lists of people that have been active on LinkedIn in the past 30 days. Therefore, you're not, building a lead list of people that haven't been on LinkedIn in 2 years. So you're not wasting your time. So being able to utilize LinkedIn Sales Navigator really effectively is probably one of the best lead generation sources you can find, because as soon as you can connect with them, then you unlock their mobile number, then you unlock their email, then you unlock the ability to send them more messages, then you unlock the ability for them to then see your content moving forward. So if you can utilize that and grow a strong audience of your particular industry on LinkedIn, it's going to be a really nice foundation for you. And you don't have to have that many followers or that many connections to have that good of a social proof on LinkedIn. Anything above 500 connections, it will say 500 plus. So it's really not that difficult to look quite well connected. It's not like Instagram, where you need 15, 20,000 followers on Instagram to look high profile and have social proof. LinkedIn's not like that. So yeah, utilize LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Don't sell right away. Be really giving, not really selfish. Research the business, research the person before reaching out to them. Don't connect with anyone and everyone. Only connect with people in your industry, because that's how you're going to grow an effective audience. And finally, think about what everyone else sends. And this is the same with whether you're selling on LinkedIn, or whether you're selling on Instagram, or whether you're doing cold calls. Put yourself in the business owner's shoes and realize what's happening in the industry. It's so naive for people to be going out sending messages without a thought going off in their brain, thinking, right, social media marketing is really taking off. Like, so many people are reaching out to the same business owners I'm reaching out to. So how different is my message? Like, how different is it? How different is my offer? How different is my tone of voice? How different is my approach? You have to stand out from the crowd. If you're just sending these generic copy and paste messages without doing research, without putting your personality and your spin on it, you're just going to get blended in, and people are going to open your message, be like, another social media marketer, another person full of shit, exit, not interested. So you really have to have an open mindset and look at the playing field and be like, right, this is what's happening in the space. This is what people are saying typically. And just flip it completely on its head. Have a really good offer. If you're trying to book a meeting through LinkedIn DMs, and this is the same with Instagram DMs, you have to give them a reason to get on that call. What is that meeting? You almost need to pretend as if someone's paying for the meeting, so that you build almost a product that they're getting, but they're getting it for free. A really good one is taking them through a strategy session, but even then you've got to dissect that and make it digestible for that person to be like, right, what is a strategy session? What am I going to gain from taking an hour out of my day serving my customers in order to get on a call with Harry? And that's how you need to break down that offer and make it so abundantly clear to them, this is going to be the best hour they spend on their business this week, because you're going to just blow it out of the park for them. And that's the number one reason why people aren't booking meetings, is because they're messaging business owners and just being like, I'm a social media marketing agency, here's my Calendly link in the same message, and just being that entitled, thinking, well, of course everyone's going to take my opportunity. Well, they're not. You've not given them any reason. They have no idea why they're getting on a call with you. You don't really know why you're getting on a call with them. You just know that you're going to pitch them. You have to have a clear meeting strategy. You have to have a clear roadmap from call to meeting to client to objections. Like, you have to have that roadmap. Otherwise, no one's going to agree to a meeting with you. That's kind of how you sell on LinkedIn. Obviously, without being said, you need to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is set up correctly, professional headshot, professional bio, professional description of your services, your business's page is set up correctly. But yeah, you need to make sure all of that stuff's set up. If you're a member of the academy or you're interested in the academy, we tell you exactly, a step-by-step process of how to set up your LinkedIn profile correctly, how to set up your Instagram profiles correctly. There's a whole outreach module in the academy that includes email outreach, even though we're not a fan of it, Instagram outreach, LinkedIn outreach, a full cold calling roulette strategy, which integrates with LinkedIn. So we use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We use LinkedIn native search tool to grow an email list, combining that with cold calls. And there's a whole cold calling strategy. Tom and I do cold calling roulette inside the academy, where I throw out a random industry to Tom and he has to use LinkedIn and cold calling to try and sign a client. And that's all live. It's all us reaching out to actual businesses, and you can watch us do it, and we sign a client live in the academy. So if you're struggling with outreach, and you need some help, click the link in the description. The academy is going to be the best place for that. Not only that, after you go through all of the academy videos, you then get access to Tom and I as your personal mentors, 24/7 support. You've got the live Discord, you've got the live community calls, and everything to give you every single ounce of detail and tools for you to get to where you need to be. So yeah, click the link in the description. Check it out, guys. Let me know if you have any questions on Instagram, Harry_SMMA. And yeah, we're back posting every single day. So please make sure you subscribe, like the video, continue to follow us on Apple Music and the Spotify podcast. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. for tomorrow's video.